I don't do that. I don't try and inflict the way I feel upon other people, because that's quite boring. And people know what meat is, and people know how the leg of lamb comes onto the table, and they don't want to be reminded, frankly.
So are you keener, are they keener on the sort of rock and roll lifestyle more than you are?
If I said yes, that would sound quite ungenerous and almost like a slur. It'd make them out to be just incurable heavy metal addicts, which they're certainly not. They're quite sensitive people, but they are quite more traditional musicians than I am.
So do they party a lot? Yeah.
Yes, as often as they can.
So, if they are your only friends, what do you have in common?
Well, it does take a great deal to make the music. For strangers cannot simply huddle together and do what we do, and therefore there has to be some kind of mystical communion between us and some bond, and there is, and as time goes by it gets stronger, and whatever happens with the record companies or with the music industry doesn't really have any effect on us. We just really want to stay together as four individuals and make records. That's the only ambition that we have.
You have no ambitions beyond music?
Not the traditional ambitions within music. We don't have them. I mean, going to Yugoslavia, to America, touring the world, that doesn't appeal to us in any small degree. We can't kind of jump into the rock and roll treadmill. So
how are you going to survive then if you don't conform to that? I mean, purely from a financial point of view.
It's possible. I wouldn't say that it was incredibly easy, but I'm sure it is possible. And for me, just to make records that get some vague degree of attention is all that I really require.
Do you have no other ambition?
There are things that I'd like to do, but I feel that what I'm doing now has to be done now. I do want to write, but that can wait. There won't always be a time when I can do this.
Well, what would you like to be doing in, say, 5 or 10 years' time?
I do want to write. I still do write, but I would like to be successful in that area.
What would you like to write? Books, plays?
Yes, I would. I'd like to write. I'm very interested in there's a particular screenplay that I'm blustering through at the moment, but to talk about these things seems incredibly pompous and ostentatious, and it almost sounds entirely careerist. I want to do everything. I'm going to sing in this group, and I'm going to write a screenplay, and I'm going to make a film. But I do have other ambitions, which I'm sure in this business, well, in many cases, one thing tends to lead to another.
Are you using the Smiths then as a spring?
No, not to any vague degree. No, I can't be that type of person. I can only do things if I really want to do them. I was never the type of person that could exploit situations, quite the reverse. No, everything I do within the Smiths I do because I absolutely want to. And when things go wrong, it's really quite crippling, because I don't look upon it as a job, as a profession, as some way to get attention. It really is intolerably serious to me.
If you couldn't be Morrissey, who would you like to be?
Well, I'm quite predictable, I suppose. I'd really like to be any of the people that I admire. Oscar Wilde, James Dean, Billy Fury. So, I'm sorry, I'm just quite predictable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's very sweaty.
I'm sorry. What, the questions or the answers?
It's like being interrogated by the Germans. Oh.
I hope. I mean, those questions, the kind of questions that I think a lot of people would want to.
I think it's very interesting. I'm really pleased about the questions.
It's not because I was trying to trick you or anything.
No, no.
You know, you don't, those kind of questions don't get asked in everything.